Okay, so welcome to Speak Your Truth with Charlie. I have our guest speaker, Miss Myrah Lykes, Mrs. Myrah Lykes. Welcome.
Hi,
So
how are you?
today we're doing this discussion on Zoom. So, forgive me for that, but Myra is all the way in another place. So I appreciate her for jumping on. But like I told you guys when I had posted that Myra was going to be on Speak Your Truth with Charlie, that I wanted to discuss a little bit about what she's been going through with lupus. So, I went ahead and looked up the definition of lupus, and lupus is a disease that occurs when your body's immune system attacks your own tissues and organs. It's an autoimmune disease, to be specific. So, with that being said, Myra, I want to give you an opportunity to basically talk about your own personal experience with lupus and what it's meant for you, and going forward, how do you see this illness in your eyes, as far as the effects of it, or let me just go on and ask that question. I don't want to give you too many questions all in one, but how has this journey been for you? I guess is my overall question.
How has the journey been?
Mm-hmm.
It's been challenging, but I'm alive. So
Absolutely.
I made it. I'm making it every day. September will be 31 years. So
Wow,
God is
31 years. I didn't even know that it's been that long. Wow.
um, the journey of lupus. Just to educate people a little bit, lupus is there are four types.
Okay.
So there is the discoid, which deals with your skin. There is also prenatal lupus, which you can get through pregnancy. There is also a lupus where you can get through different types of medication, drug-induced lupus,
Wow.
certain types of
I did not know that. Wow.
cause that. Follow Steps to Destiny, Steps the number two in Destiny, Facebook or Instagram. You can find that information. I've listed that, those different medications that could cause that type of lupus, drug induced. And then that's the SLE lupus, which is what I was diagnosed with, which affects your heart, lungs, and your kidneys. And as the years continue to progress, I have encountered many lupus patients who now have trouble with their eyes as well, and I being one of those individuals. So, lupus at first came, you're not diagnosed with it so easy. Everyone is not so easily diagnosed with lupus. It takes 4 to 6 years to really get a lupus diagnosis if you have it. So it's kind of like that mystery. It's an invisible disease. You don't see it on people. It creep up on you.
Wow.
It used to have be the wolf sign because it creeps up on you. You're not aware that it's coming. So I had discoid at first. I had the eczema on my face and my arms and my kneecaps. So I was getting treated for 2 years for eczema
Wow.
until my last day of high school at the age of 16. And as soon as my dermatologist walked in the room, he said, "Oh my goodness, I've been treating you for the wrong thing. You have lupus." Right, lupus? What in the world? Because the only thing I know about lupus was my aunt had, she had lupus for 2 years, and she had actually came and stayed with us, and she was blind. So that's why we had to take care of her. And I knew that it was because of lupus. So that's the only thing I knew about lupus at the time, being so young.
Wow.
But I went off to college anyway, and my first episode with lupus was at my second pregnancy. After being married and having my first child, they told me I was not going to be able to have him. I was going to go through different swellings, go through preeclampsia, all that. I had a perfect pregnancy with my first child. But my second child, woo, everything that could happen in the first month, it happened. I was hospitalized the whole time, all for 11 months.
Wow.
After the 8th month, I had my daughter. She passed away. We buried her and went back in the hospital a day later, doing those next 3 months. And I had cryptococcal meningitis in my brain. So that was in 2002.
That's a whole lot of. That's a whole lot of. Lord have mercy. If that's even a word, that's a lot. Wow.
That really was, I don't want to say it was nothing. That was really detrimental to me. But I hadn't really experienced any lupus symptoms or anything other than the rash. And that was from 92 up until 2002. So I really had a pretty good college journey. I had one episode having the tremors where I had to come home. But that was really the only thing. Throughout that journey of 10 years, I did have to get like kidney biopsies to make sure, because I always have spilled protein in my urine. So my kidneys were more the focus, where some people, their focus is the heart, or they have sarcoidosis, something going on with their lungs. But my focus for the doctors with the lupus that I was diagnosed with, you notice I say I don't have it, I was diagnosed with, always deals with the kidneys.
Okay.
So I've always had to go through kidney biopsies and doing 24-hour urine specimens and things like that. So 2002 was the first episode where lupus actually affected my livelihood and being able to, I guess we would say, be natural, just have a baby, leave the hospital and raise your baby. So I had the death of a child, and then I went on. That was 2002. So around 2009, I woke up. That was my next journey. 2009, 7 years later, I woke up one morning to go to work, and I fell to the floor, and I could not walk. And so from the 2009 up until now, there have been many episodes that I have experienced with the journey of lupus. It's a mindset that you have to put yourself in order to deal with those different things that happen. And this is my first phrase that I always say to everyone. I don't know how you can go through any of this, the journey that I've gone through, and not know God.
Amen.
If I didn't know God, and if I didn't have a praying family that faith was in God and support that was around me, I don't know how I would make it, because my truth is there are times I do have a breakdown. But I only gave myself like 2 to 3 minutes the other night, because the last 6 months have been challenging. I changed it from 3 minutes to 10 minutes.
That's your business. That's your business.
It's getting a little, as you get getting older, you can't hold in all of your feelings anymore.
Yeah.
So,
I get it. I get it, Myrah. I totally get it. And you got to give yourself time. I know it's a totally different circumstance, but for me, sometimes I have to give myself boundaries with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And put up my boundaries now. And I never used to be that person. So even when you need time, when you're going through something, give yourself the time you need so that you get into another space. you know? And sometimes we're women that want to be so strong, right? That it's even to our detriment, you know? So when you know you need that time, give yourself that time. Girl, you are dealing with a whole lot of, and you're withstanding it with God's help. So give yourself that pat on the back and keep it
Yes,
moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. You're doing amazing. I just got to let you know that you're doing amazing.
honestly, I feel like my strength comes from being with people. Um, on those days that I'm not feeling well, being a retired school teacher and just working in administration, it just brings life. I live by a motto: life gives life. And, lupus is unpredictable. I mean, there's some mornings, like 6 weeks ago, I woke up and was totally blind. I was diagnosed with uveitis and photophobia. So you never know what day, medically speaking, it says that you could be permanently blind. So I can't live in fear. Like, I can't live in fear. And anybody out there listening to me, yeah, lupus or whatever autoimmune disease you have or whatever situation you're dealing with, you can't live in fear. Because if God is giving you that life to live for that day, live it and enjoy it to the fullest.
Absolutely.
And I don't curse the day because of a bad moment. Yesterday was a pretty rough moment for me, but I enjoyed the day. I still put on some clothes. I had to talk to myself. I mean, it was hard to do, but I did it. And everybody doesn't have that mind frame that I have. I mean, yes, I rested, but I still made myself put on clothes to rest. Sometimes that's what I have to do. I know everybody has their own niche, but that's what I had to do to prove to myself, okay, let's do this. Let's put on some clothes. Let's just get dressed. And let's just make this a TV day. Let's look good and do TV, because I'm not going to be defeated. Like, you're not going to defeat me today. Like, we're going to look good today. And we're going to put on a nice wig, a cute one. And
to
and
me, you look beautiful all the time. You look beautiful
you
all
don't
the
have to fix
time.
your hair. There are wigs out there. Buy one and put it on. Just, try not to make it look wiggy. People, I don't like to wear wigs. Well, if you don't have hair and it is falling out, or you know that you deal with lupus or whatever you deal with and you can't get your hair fixed, put a wig on.
Mm-hmm.
Put a wig on it and keep it moving. And
well, you look beautiful to me. You always look beautiful to me. You do.
Thank
you. always coordinated. Normally, I see you in something purple, so that's what I was really anticipating today.
I know. It's so. I know. I'm sorry. I'm getting off subject.
No, you're good.
This is the way I live. I have been wearing purple for going on 5 years. Purple hair, purple everything, every day. And May is Lupus Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say I was faithful to the purple every day, I mean all the way down to everything I wore was purple. You're hearing what I'm saying, right? Everything was purple that I had on. And on June 1st, I went and got me a black wig.
You said something different. Something different. We need some change.
There are other colors in my closet. And so now I'm going to the doctor like June and July a lot. And the doctors are like, are you sick? Like, is everything okay? Are you all right? Because you don't have a purple today. And I'm like, I am. I just wanted to breathe. I haven't breathed in like 5 years. I just want to. They said, no, but you can't do that because you are the purple lady. You're the purple lady.
And that's both of our favorite color too.
Well, my favorite color is blue.
Is it?
But
I thought purple was your
yes,
favorite
but
color all this time.
purple is not my favorite color. That's what everybody
Okay.
thinks.
Well,
I
that's
just
good to
embrace
know.
purple because purple is the lupus color. And if that's what
Okay.
they diagnosed me with, I feel like I need to just embrace the color.
I'm gonna
And
tell
so
you though.
that's why I wear purple all the time, is to represent all of the lupies out there.
Okay.
And that's how I spread awareness, actually, because people are attracted to the purple because I do my hair all kind of purple ways, and they're like, "Oh my God, your hair is amazing. You have on purple," and I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Yes, lupus," and that's really how I'm able to raise the awareness of lupus, because I wear a lot of purple. So it's interesting. I enjoy wearing it, and I promise everyone, at my birthday is August 12th, I will go back to embracing purple. But as I put that disclosure out, I do need like people to represent me with purple clothes and all kind of stuff. Just send it to me and I'll wear it.
You see, I
I'm
got
ready
the.
to start asking people for just different brands to find purple, because I can't find, it's not a lot of things that are purple all the time. Yeah, so I'm looking for anybody extra large, size 16. Send me some purple. I'll wear it. I'll wear 7.5 shoes. So yeah, anything you have purple, I'll take it.
So I have the band bracelets that I got, the lupus awareness. I also do have the domestic violence. So on what is it, on my online store, which is Enhance Your Charm with Charlotte, I have those. If anyone wants to
Yes.
get those, because I support domestic violence as well. I'm a survivor, so I like to support that as well. I'm gonna show you guys that band real quick, and then we'll get back to everything about Myrah and her life story. And then this is the one for lupus as well. And then those of you that probably saw my post as well for where I was doing a whole group to getting heart healthy. I got those bands as well. That was one I used a lot. So let me give you another one that you could see as well. But getting heart healthy, because that's been a situation as well for a lot of people in our community, right? So I'm trying to bring awareness to all of the different things as well. So if you're interested in any of those bands, they're going for $3, real cheap.
Okay,
And
yeah.
you could definitely get that and wear it, because I wear mines all the time. I also have the domestic violence earrings as well. I didn't bring them over here, but if you like to see those, just go ahead and send me an email, and I could definitely send you a picture or whatever, or send you the link to the online store that you could go ahead and purchase that as well. So anyway, sorry about that, Myrah. I just wanted to give a little disclaimer.
No,
Give
this
a
is
bit.
your show. You can do whatever you want to do on your show.
Give a bit of a disclaimer, but getting back to what you had stated, you said that you've been going through this for about 30 years now. If you don't mind, would you mind telling your age?
I'm 45.
45. Oh, wow. So this started for you when you were about 15? Is that correct?
14.
14.
To be
Okay.
exact.
Okay. Wow. Because in thinking about lupus, I look at some of the statistics, and some of them say later on in age, whereas some could start early on. So I was trying to get it like to mediation, I guess, point as far as when you can get this disease, but it looks like it's really no actual time period. Would that be right to say?
That would be right to say. And more Black and Hispanic women are can get it quicker
Wow.
than Caucasian, and it is very prominent among women, 90% to be exact.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. I have met some men that have it. 10% men. I have met men that have it. Nick Cannon, I'm sorry, has lupus. He had it in his kidneys. That's
Okay.
called lupus nephritis. Which
Now I
is
thought he had sickle cell, but it is lupus. Okay. All right.
lupus nephritis. That's what I was diagnosed with. Lupus nephritis. He has been a spokesperson for the Lupus Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, Tony Braxton.
I knew Tony had it. Yes.
Yes.
But I wasn't sure if it was what exactly Nick had.
Yeah, Selena Gomez.
So thank you for the clarity.
Bars. Yeah, they have been diagnosed with lupus, and it's the journey is 30 years. Wow. Recently, what has happened in the last 2 years, it's very important that you know your body.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say that to whoever's taking medication. And the doctors are very knowledgeable, but make sure you have a doctor that's also personable with you and that you can relate to. And don't stop until you get a doctor that you can relate with, because it's your health and it's your longevity. It's your life, and you can control that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thankful to God that I have a very personal relationship with all my doctors. I looked on my health chart, and there are 35 things that I've been diagnosed with.
Wow. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Say what? 35.
I actually just looked at my chart the other day, and I had to stop and literally thank God.
Myrah.
And the only reason I found that out was because, like, this is new. Like, I'm just talking to you on this Zoom, so y'all are getting fresh information that is not repeated, and I do interviews all the time. So
wow.
Y'all are getting a fresh cut of my life right now. Nobody.
Well, thank you for the inside view, for sure.
Nobody has been in my life for the last 6 months because I've been off the scene. So y'all are coming in. I'm in my bedroom. I just don't feel like moving today. So this is me today.
And it's your business. It's your business.
I need to start my own YouTube channel on the days that I just feel like this.
I agree.
But yeah, this is the life. So yeah, I had to do some insurance papers the other day, and I literally counted 35 things. And I have been on up to 38 medications in one day, taking it. And some of those medications, at least 10 of them, was being taken twice a day. So to think about that, if you was to look at me, you would probably go into a state of depression. But I'm grateful to God. I just never went into depression. I'm not lying. I'm just really stating facts. I'm just grateful every morning to get up out of my bed and to be able to take the medicine and to be able to feel the pain. It's like, wow, I'm hurting today. Thank you, Jesus. I'm still living, because I have 2 kids that still need me. I have people that are still counting on me, and I'm counting on myself.
That part.
And it's the foundation that I truly believe that God has given me the title of Steps to Destiny, which is for individuals and their children who deal with autoimmune diseases, to raise awareness of different autoimmune diseases, is to educate people on the symptoms, educate them on how to still live a productive life. Mm-hmm. And live with autoimmune diseases and new diagnosis all at the same time. So to get that mind together, to to encourage people and say, hey, you still got this. You don't have to stop living. It's just a diagnosis. It's not a death sentence.
That part.
So, yeah, so I'm just grateful for that. So recently, my Christmas present was that I was in total kidney failure. And I finally got on the kidney transplant list. At the same time, after they did all the tests, they was like, oh, so did you notice that you have a mass in your stomach? And I also found a mass in my breast. All of this happened like all in the same all this happened all in the same time. So going through that, praying to God, only letting at that time, because I'm very open about my health, but this was the one time I wasn't like really open a lot about what was happening because it was really mental. And I just prayed to God and I was like, hey, I still got things to do. There's still a work that God has on my life. I am his masterpiece.
Absolutely. You're definitely here for a reason because your story is going to help someone else. Absolutely. I do believe that, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted you on this show is so that you can give your testimony and share it with someone else. Absolutely. So
I'm here I'm trusting God. And so my kidney function went up, my numbers went up. Then they had put me on chemotherapy because I was legally blind for 3 years. That started in 2019. And my sight began to come back with treatments. So every 4 months, I get needles in my eyeballs. Every 4 months. After I get those shots, it can be very painful. So I go through different things like that. I have been on chemo. At the chemo bottomed my white blood cell count out to 0.2, causing me to have to be hospitalized for almost 2 weeks. And that was during like COVID, like when it was strong. You remember we went through COVID probably like 1920, but then the wave kind of left, but then it came back with a vengeance one New Year's when everybody was just getting it like near the end of it. And that's when I had to be hospitalized. So it was so strict. And I can't imagine those people who actually died with COVID by themselves because I had to be in the hospital basically by myself with no one able to.
No one could visit you back then.
Yeah. They did. The only reason they considered and allowed my husband to be there was because I was legally blind and I have papers.
Wow.
That was the only reason at that time that they allowed him to be there. And because they were like, you have to go, like, you can't come in. And he was like, she's legally blind. So who wants that responsibility? So that's when they allowed him to come in. But yeah, going through that, and I had to recover from that. And then after recovering from all the hospitalization and body being weak, that's when, bam, kidney failure. Bam, you got 2 masks. Bam, you go blind one morning, you get up and can't see anything, but you also know that light is somewhere in the room. So your family's putting comforter sheets all over the windows just to make the house completely dark, just so you're able to live.
That is so horrible. It is one thing that I want to ask you though, because I know that your faith in God is very strong, right? And with all of these things that you have been enduring, right? What would be the one hope or inspirational thought that you would give to someone else that may be experiencing the same thing?
Why did I know you were going to ask me that? You have to let your faith find a resting place. because I have to say, at first, when I get a diagnosis or something happens, I have to allow myself to be a human being. And what do I mean like that? I have to get it out first. Because the human side is right there, like right there. You hear that. But I control that. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like they tell me, I eat it, chew it, okay. But we get ready to get through this. Thank you for letting me know. God, I thank you. But then I let my faith find a resting place because I have to reflect on what I already came out of. So what would I tell that person? Look at what you already escaped. And as I really look at this, what I'm going through now, it's nowhere as bad as it was 2002 when I stayed in the hospital for 11 months. Because in order to stay in the hospital for 11 months, you really had to be sick. You're not in the hospital now. So you have to really let your faith find a resting place. And you have to learn how to be at peace with different situations. Because if you still have a heartbeat and you still have life, that means you're still here for a purpose. And I always tell myself, I'm not going through for me. I'm going through for somebody else. So the somebody else is everybody that's under the sound of my voice. Regardless of what you're dealing with, you can get through this. Yeah, you can get through this. You have to create your atmospheres. You have to create what you tell yourself. I'm in a house right now by myself. And being in a house by myself, if I allow my mind to continue to roam about what I'm dealing with, it'll be a woe is me. So what do? I turn the music as loud as I can turn it and sing as loud as I can sing and have a good time with myself. If I feel like that atmosphere is not strong or positive enough, then you get around positivity, but you can't get around Sue who said, yeah, my aunt went through that. And because everybody's journey is different. Mm-hmm. That's that's a number 2. I don't care if both of you all have lupus or cancer or leukemia or whatever you have. Your journey is different from the other person's. And the only way you get to get through your journey is how you condition your mindset and the atmosphere that you create around yourself. No, it is not easy. It is truly not easy. But if I believe in God, I feel that He has created me not only to go through life, but to also deal with a dis-ease. All a disease is a dis-ease. So if He gives me the strength to be the mother, the teacher, the wife, all of that, He also on the other side gives me the strength to be an autoimmune disease thriver. You just put more on my plate.
It's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective. It is. Do I have days that I want to cry? Of course I do, because I am human. Mm-hmm. And have I had a woe is me time? Yeah, every now and then. But I just don't stay there. I can't stay there. I get up every morning and I just saw there's some remaining time. So let's say this. I get up every morning and this is what I say. Life is a gift. Life is a gift. I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest. Honey, I go to restaurants, I be screaming, laughing, hollering, cracking up. I call people, say what I got to say. I mean, really, I just enjoy life. And people like, honey, can I come to your table? Why? I've been through that. I've died on the operating table. I had a simple surgery that everybody just gets. And I died on the table. And God allowed me to come back to life. Like the doctor told me, I died on the table. So He gave me another chance. So yeah, I'm grateful. I am literally grateful for my life.
Mm-hmm.
And talking to you makes me even more grateful. I mean, God has just been good to me, and I'm grateful for that. That is my truth. Yeah.
Well, you know, this is Speak Your Truth with Charlie. So to get your truth is something
I made
amazing.
it.
And you know, you're an inspiration to me. And so I knew that just having you on here would be an inspiration to others. And so I definitely wanted you here. And just to hear your story, you know, I'm a very emotional person, and it sometimes makes me want to tear up. But when I see your smiling face and how you handle it, it makes me even stronger for you. You know what I mean? And it helps me because there are some medical things that I'm dealing with as well. And so it helps me to be able to get through them and have the same vigor and vitality that you have going through those things, because those things, you know, are so small, you know, compared to what you're going through. So small. And I know my God got me, just like your God got you. Our God got us.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes,
Absolutely.
he does.